Good day to you. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I was called to my table. I've got my beautiful butterfly t-shirt on, all about transformation and change. And I was like, well, Spirit, what card shall I use? Then you must get your animal spirit card. So I was like, fine, absolutely. And at the bottom, as I went to pick them up, one card like literally stuck to my hand. And it was Mr. Wolf. So I said, oh, right. And I've been seeing, I've been watching Yellowstone. I've been seeing this wolf on Yellowstone. I've seen a wolf on TikTok. You know, I've been seeing wolves, basically. So I know this spirit animal is very much resonating with me right now. So I thought, let me read what Mr. Wolf is all about, and it opens straight away to it for me. 8, 9, 10, 11, page 83, which is an 11, which means that you are very strongly guided by spirit. So the wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps, right? And I'll tell you the story why this is resonating with me, and I was having a little chuckle. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all and exclude none. Okay, so when in balance, reliable, democratic and fearless. When out of balance, judgmental and dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. Now, I then thought, okay, that immediately made me think of my conversation with my beautiful son, who has these moments of I guess sort of, he just doesn't want to do something. He gets into this sort of state of, resistance and things like that. And I then go into mother mode of trying to encourage and what have you. Well, actually, last night, I had to really pull myself back and really respond in a very different way to him. And I did it. But it was playing on my mind quite a lot, obviously. And I'm thinking, am I saying the right thing? When I discussed it, when I said it to my daughter about it, she said, why did you say that? And I'm like, oh dear, am I questioning myself and what have you? Anyway, I feel like the wolf came out to tell me that I have done what I needed to do to change that response to him and see things from his point of view, which I always do try to do, but I don't necessarily action it in words, in my actions and how I speak to him or whatever, and even how I'm thinking. But last night I seem to have got that right. So then I thought, right, thank you, Spirit. What are we still going to be talking about before I press record? What am I going to be speaking about and what have you? So I went and I shuffled my spirit card deck beautifully. I really cut the deck and I shuffled and I did the whole thing. And I picked up my pack and there was a card left on the table, and what was it? The wolf. So I guess what we are talking about, and it's probably going to resonate in some way with whoever needs to hear this and whoever's watching, because it is about understanding that what you are saying or doing in your best intentions. Like I said to my son, I had no intention of upsetting you, didn't think that at all, and I apologize for the way it came across to you, because it wasn't sent that way from me, but I wanted you to know that. And it is really difficult sometimes to understand that what we say and what we expect people to respond in a certain way, and then it becomes disappointing if they don't. So it's kind of like, I guess, having to say, you know what, I've said how I feel, or I've asked the question. I don't expect your response to be anything other than what you want to gift to me. And if it's not what I want to hear, do, or have, then that's absolutely fine. I have to honor that. Do you know, that's kind of like the pack leader. The wolves will run in packs, and they do trust each other enough to follow each other. But there are going to be the odd times where there's the question, hang on a minute, I now want to be a bit of a leader. I want to take it a different route. I want to, yeah. And when, especially as parents, we kind of almost almost do impose our thoughts and things. And my son last night was, you know, I'm not ever asked. You know, you just make it, and what do I want? You know, that's how he was feeling. And I didn't recognize that, and I didn't realize that. And then I had to adjust, and I had to address that. So that is where we're going, obviously, because I'm bumping on about something again. We have our bear coming out, our beautiful bear. There he is. So we definitely will see what he has to say. He's alongside our wolf. Oh, we've got a bit of a low battery, so I don't know how long we're going to last with this today. But yeah, so let's ask for another card from Spirit and see if we can finalize exactly what Spirit wants us to know. The black egg. And we get that, I get that a lot on this deck. Very big. So, you know, I almost feel like that is good enough for us to get a very clear picture of our guidance right now in terms of what we were talking about. You know, this idea of we can give advice, but if someone doesn't want to take it, that is entirely up to them. We can't force, we can't control. So the bear, bear, where is he? Our beautiful bear. Is he? No, he's not alongside. I think he's the beginning, isn't he? No, is he the beginning? Yes, he is. So our beautiful bear is walking from spiritual slumber, beginning anew. So it is about finding another way of responding, of doing, of being, and finding a way that it actually makes you realize how important it is for your change. You know, that's what it's about, isn't it? And actually, when I did that last night, I actually could feel it really deeply in my heart chakra, how I had responded in a way that was needed, and I felt that love poured out, and he was like, okay, completely up for whatever I was going to suggest, say, whatever. He was right into our conversation then, because it was completely different scenario in his mind then, you know. And it was just interesting to see that. So after a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first the movement and effort are difficult. The bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new direction and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of the spiritual guest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, here it is, and your transformation begins. How beautiful is that? And I said to you, I've got my butterfly top on, transformation. Love it, love it, love it. When in balance, inner strength, yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawal, lethargy, and heaviness, to bring into balance movement and exercise. Oh, yes. And how many times do I have to say, and I'm talking about this all the time in my Power of Thought walks and in my readings in the mornings on TikTok, I'm always talking about the idea of physically moving, because your emotions, the energy within your body will expand your emotions, will change your emotions. Think about it from that point of view, and that helps your mental capacity, emotional feelings, everything, you know. So it is really difficult sometimes to find the motivation to get up and go, but it's important to get up and go. So our beautiful black egg, where are you? There he is. This is our authentic voice, the truth. And this is what I was talking about. I was having this conversation with my child, and that sometimes is the deepest you can go in terms of having an awakening and having a transformation and what have you, is when you are dealing with your loved ones, the ones closest to you that know you the most. That's important. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing and reading and teaching and singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sound draws us in. Books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? What is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear. We gossip or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation, and it's the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but it's especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. And it is that base throat chakra. So, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 3 cards. And honestly, I think we've got to decide very clearly within ourselves what it is that we're doing and seeing that lesson. And it is a lesson. Always, everything is a lesson. And if you can see it and change it, it becomes something very different. Really it does. 111 on the clock. How's that? So 11 and 111, 1111. Oh my goodness. Spiritual, very spiritual talk right now to you guys. So thank you very much for that. We've got our raccoon that's come out. I'll just see if there's one more. And the lizard. So the raccoon and the lizard. We'll do the raccoon first before we finish. Little Mr. Raccoon. Now, Mr. Raccoon, often with the raccoon, I feel like sometimes we mask things, sometimes we hide things, sometimes we say things we shouldn't. It can be a little bit shadowy, our little raccoon. There he is there. Okay. But he also can be a very good friend. And he also can be, quite a creative individual. He's got talent, tenacity. In shadow, it points to an unresolved issue, okay, around self-image and success. So sometimes being able to change it, saying what we're saying, speaking our truth, we have a bit of a self-image. Oh, will they like me if I say that? Oh, I better not say that. They won't talk to me again. Oh, that is our little raccoon energy, you know. So a stage name or wearing a mask in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? So raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. And then we have got our lizard. That is, he came out next to after the raccoon. So he is going to have a strong, where is he? Here he is. He's a fire animal. Instinctual, sensitive, the dreamer. He's an expert in the realm of sensory perception. What did I say to you? I felt right deep down in my heart chakra exactly what I was saying to my son was meant to be said. It really resonated with me. It came from a place of deep love and understanding. So although this is an amazing gift, it can wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, overstimulation will drain the lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights in big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. So when you're in balance with the lizard, it's about a creative project. So again, are you speaking your truth about something that you really want to do? The wolf is telling you. That person that you think is going to go along with your idea, that's put I'm not doing that, I'm not doing what have you, okay? Do you have to get a bit creative in some other way? And being able to speak your truth about it is really genuinely putting you into a new position. And being creative, and you've got to come from a place of it doesn't, if you don't like that, I'm happy, I need to do it, it's up for me, it's my inner journey, it's my inner work. Whatever it is that you are thinking right now, it is about your transformation. Okay, so really sit and understand that. All right, okay, I'm now going to get us a nice little rune. I'm going to practice with my little rune. I tell you what, I felt that energy just sort of came up whirling out. Okay, so that's an interesting one. So you need to bear with me because I need to learn all about, oh goodness, where is it? No, not that one. Where is it? There, is that the one? No. Where's my book? Oh dear, dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. We've lost my book. I've lost my book. Why have I lost my book? Channel. That's weird. That is weird. There it is. Is it? No. I'm crashing and bashing and doing all sorts of things here, trying to get this wonderful rune book that there it is, hiding. Spirit is saying, you know what it is. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I'm going to find out though. Any minute now. So bear with me as my battery runs down. Okay, so this little rune here. Can you see it? Can you see the shape? All right. That's the shape of it. It is called Jira. Yeah, how you pronounce it, sorry. Yeah, not Jira. Are you learning? It's about harvest, reward, natural cycles, fruition, fertility, and growth. Bingo. Absolutely. It's the rune of harvest, a seasonal year, which is ever discerning. But as the fourth rune in Hagel's Ayat, how do you say it? Follows a series of 3 runes which focuses on obstacles. If you have been dealing with adversity, emerges as a positive sign that troubles are receding and you are moving into a fortuitous time of forward activity. You're coming out of your slumber, my friend. Just like the bear, we're going into spring and summer. Spring. Celebrate your good fortune, appreciate the joys of your current circumstances, and strengthen your hopes and plans for the future. Don't rest on your laurels for too long, however. Just as the work of preparing for winter must follow close on the heels of the harvest celebrations, the need for careful resourcefulness and quiet patience will come around again in due time. Okay, so that creative project. Use that intuition of yours, okay? Magical uses as creativity, desired events, family matters, growth and increased patience, especially when you're dealing with your children, facilitates harmonious relationship to time and seasons. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much, Spirit. That is lovely. So, that beautiful rune of growth and fertility. We're going forward. We're going to be authentically ourselves. Okay, we're not going to worry about who we are and if anyone likes us. All right, we're going to speak our truth. Okay, and we are going to be like this beautiful lizard, and we are going to be creative in making those changes. So whether it's in your words, your truth, speaking it, actioning it, whatever it might be, this is your time. So I hope you've had a wonderful resonant reading with me. If you have, like and subscribe and give me a comment. If not, that's absolutely fine. Don't mind. But I thank you for letting me give you these words of wisdom, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you for joining.